Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss group by and having in MySQL. So group by and having in MySQL. It is very important interview perspective. So in each and every interview, definitely without group by, there will be no questions. So first, what is meant by group by and how it is used in MySQL is, let's say, I'm just select make from core prices. So if I select this column from core prices, if you see multiple times the values are repeating. Chevrolet is repeating multiple times. Nissan is repeating multiple times. So all the values are repeating again and again. So we to take a unique values, we know how to apply distinct. Okay, right? By using distinct, I will get a unique value. So instead of applying distinct, if you use group by, if I using group by make, if I use group by make, what is happening here is all the Chevrolet is grouped as one Chevrolet, all the Toyota is grouped as one, like followed by till Honda it is doing the same. So all the Chevrolet is grouped as one. At the same time, you can also use the aggregated function, because the meaning of group by is all Chevrolet is aggregated to one Chevrolet. At the same time, the price column, we have a price column. You can take let's say average of price. What is happening? What is happening, guys? If I give average of price make, I'm grouping the column called make. So now what is happening is all the Chevrolet is grouped as one Chevrolet, all the price is also grouped into average price. Are able to understand this group by? Each and every unique elements in that column is grouped individually. At the same time, the related column is also grouped. If you want to call any aggregated functions, you can get it with the help of like average, sum, minimum, maximum. So each and every makes average prices displayed. For Chevrolet it is 28676. Like Honda it is 28687. I hope you understood. Sir, is it possible to do the group by for more than one column? Yes. Listen carefully. I'm selecting two columns. Select make comma model from core prices. Now there is Chevrolet Cruise. Again, if you see here, Chevrolet Cruise, it's multiple times repeating. So to group all the combination of these two individually, you can go for group by make comma model. Now I'm executing this code. What it is happening is all the make and model is grouped into one. Let's say all the Chevrolet Cruise is grouped into one Chevrolet and one Cruise. All the Toyota Cruises like grouped into one Toyota and Cruise. So what is the purpose of group by is to use the aggregate functions. Now I grouped make and model. The purpose of using this group by is I can use any aggregate one. Let's say I want an average of price. Let's say I want a sum of price. Now I also want a count of star. So I'm executing this. Now I'm executing this. Listen carefully. First make and model is grouped. At the same time we got average, sum, count. So this is the use of group by and the aggregated functions here. Let's say I'm asking you a simple question. Which year, which year and which state, which year, which state um, gives more revenue? So in which year, like which state is giving the more revenue means what we can do, select, listen, select year comma state comma. So I want to use a maximum of price, or else you can go with sum of price. This is the total revenue, that is nothing but sum of a price column from what, from core prices. I want to group by what, year comma state. Now I'm executing this. So let's say each and every year is grouped and the sum of prices also. We got a in 2011 the state TX, what is the total revenue, that is adding up all the price. So how we are able to add this up? Because we are grouping the year as well as state here. Are you able to see, yes guys, everyone? Now you can order it. order by based on what? Sum of price, correct? Yes or no? I want to order this based on the sum of price in descending order. Now I'm executing this. So 2012 TX state is the state which gives more revenue to the company, correct? So you can use limit one. We already seen this. Please look into my previous videos to understand the limit, order by and all. So now it is the answer for this question, correct? In 2012, the state TX gives more revenue to the company. So I hope you understood what is meant by group by. Okay, sir, fine. What is meant by having? Now, so let's say I'm going to use select make comma model comma count of star from core prices. Now, um, now I'm executing. So okay, sorry, group by view because we can't use aggregated functions without. So it's throwing me an error. Are able to see here? If I execute this, it's throwing me an error. The reason is make and model is multiple rows, correct? Make and model will return multiple rows. The make is the column which have multiple rows inside it. Model is the column which have multiple rows inside it. But this count of star will return only single row, correct? Only one answer it will give. So it is not a right way to call the multiple rows with a single row. That's why it's throwing an error. So to overcome this, I want to group the make and model so that I can get the aggregated functions. Group by make. Instead of make and model, you can pass 1 comma 2 also. So what this 1 comma 2 means? 1 means the first column you have written here in the select. 2 means that second column you have written in the select. So instead of writing the column name, some advanced queries will have 1 and 2. So don't confuse. So I hope you understood. This Chevrolet Cruise is 43 times. That is a Chevrolet Cruise model is sold out. Toyota Cruise is 47 times. Like that, we have multiple thing. Now I'm going to give you the condition. So I want to see as a my company VP want to see only the cars which sold more than VP want to see the cars which sold more than 40 times. Like that means not 40 times, 40 cars more than 40 which sold the sold like the count is more than 40. Now now the people how you can answer this question is by using where condition, correct? Because we want to filter selects the same thing. So where always want to be used before group by. So what people will think, um, they will write where count of star is greater than 40. Guys, listen carefully. If I execute this code, it will throw me an error. It is very very important to understand. So this is a basic knowledge in SQL. If you we can't use aggregated functions inside the var class. Listen, this is count of star is what function it is. We can't use aggregated functions inside the vars class. So please make a note of it, very very important. So now if it throwing me an error showing invalid use of group function, that means to achieve this answer, to achieve this question, we can't use where. So then how can I filter? You are saying that the count of star, that means an aggregated functions inside where class is not possible. So guys, this is the common question it will be asked in interview. If you're doing any mistake in this part, there is high chances of elimination. Please be careful while giving answers to these kind of questions when they're asking how you will apply the filters on aggregated function. Let's say here the aggregated function is count. I need to apply the filter on the aggregated function, which is not possible in var class. Now what I'm doing is after group by, now having is coming into the picture. Having count of star is greater than 40. So I hope you understood. Having means it want to be used after group by. Now I'm selecting and executing this code. Are you able to see, guys? I filtered based on the aggregated function. So when having is coming into the picture is, if you want to filter the data after the group by, if you want to filter the data based on the aggregated function that you have used, you want to go for having. So is it only to filter a aggregated function? Whether having is used only to filter aggregate function? No. Whatever the column that you are grouped, you can also filter that column also. Let's say and What are the columns I have grouped? Make and model. I grouped here, right? Whatever the column that you have used in group by, you can also filter that in having. Let's say I'm giving make is equal to Toyota. Now what is happening? One second. Toyota. Are you able to see here? Having is used to filter the record, not only aggregate function, also you can filter the records using, like that is used in the group by class. Here, what are the columns that grouped? Make and model. Totally, you can group two things. One is aggregated function and also the column that you have grouped. Sir, if I want to apply the filter which is not grouped, then you can go for var class. Now here, listen carefully. I'm using the same. Let's say I want to also print the mileage greater than 15,000. Now the condition is I want to filter the mileage. Same condition, filter the mileage greater than, let's say, 20,000. Now if you see here, here I can't use mileage because here I can't filter mileage because that is not grouped. Make and model is only, these are the only column that grouped, correct? Now here you can use var class where mileage greater than 20,000. Now if I execute this code, automatically it is giving only one. This is the only model which sold 43 times, which is having the mileage greater than 20,000. So apart from aggregate function, you can use all the filters in var class. I hope you understood. Only if you have aggregate function to be filtered, you want to go for having. Apart from, anything can be filtered using where all the columns which is non-aggregated. Let's say make, model, mileage, price, like sorry, prices. Yeah, price we can use which is not aggregated. Only the count is aggregated column here. So I hope you understood the difference between like where and having. Now we will explain once again what is the difference between where and having. It is also a commonly asked interview question. Now from this question itself I'm explaining one by one. Listen, where will be used group by, before group by, correct? First point, what is where will be used before group by? Having will be used after group by. Yes or no? First point you want to say is always where will be used before group by. Having will be used after group by. First point. Second point is having will always used with the help of group by. For example, where can be used without group by. Yes, without group by itself we have filtered multiple records in previous videos, but having cannot be used without group by. What is the second point, guys? Where can be used without group by, but having cannot be used what, without group by, correct? So if you want to use having, definitely you want group by. So that's the second main difference. So third is where cannot filter aggregated functions that you have used, correct? So where cannot use aggregated functions, it cannot filter, but having can filter the aggregated functions. So these are the primary difference between where and having. Whenever the interviewer is asking, you want to say these three main differences. One is where will be used before group by, having will be used after group by, whereas used to filter it cannot filter aggregated functions, having can filter aggregated functions. Third point, where can be used without group by, but having cannot be used without group by. So this is the common difference that you can use. Sir, is it possible to use order by? Yes, of course. Now I'm just removing this make. I'm just removing this make. I'm running this code. Yeah, we have multiple. Right now I want to sort it based on count. I want to order the data. Yeah, order by count of star. So based on this count, it is ordered. So let's say I want in descending order, it is ordered in descending. So right now, if you see this code, we have used all the things. Let's one is what, where where will be used, like group by will be as used after where, having will be used after group by, order will be used at last. I hope you understood the order of like syntax how we are using. Where if you are using all the syntax, so this is the order you need to be followed. First you want to use where, then group by, then having, then order by, then finally you want to say whether it is ascending or descending. So I hope you understood, guys. So this is the very important question, what is the difference between where and having. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks everyone.